Cocaina. No. Flour.
Martin Cabello.
Quantum mechanics.
The third.
Transform her.
Who is this man?
Oh shit, Lord. To absorb all of the toxins that would poison my soul.
What is he doing?
Eat insects and amphibians. Wash it down with some Pepsi. I gotta go. Chicken parm. Big ass plate of chicken.
I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to know ASAP.
A singularity of religions, fantasy, and reality.
It seems like this guy's just blowing up overnight.
Somebody asked me if I was aware I was a meme. I want you to think about the Fibonacci sequence.
Is he delusional?
Some information for some firefighters.
Or is he just straight genius? I'm trying to find out. Let's go.
This information is nuts. Criminal organizations are making their money to kill American soldiers.
We have a letter right here. Martin Cabello. It's a custody, custody treatment plan. Date of birth, November the 29th, 1977. So that would make him, 77? We'll put him at 42 years old.
I am the first and the last. Well, I work on my reverse aging.
Look at this, what does this say? Mr. Cabello has made great progress in therapy. He has attended all his scheduled appointments. What's this? He was prescribed medications. His mood has also improved. What year was this? 2015, 4 years ago.
If there's anybody that lives in South Hill, Puyallup, so we could have longer conversations, please give me a shout out. Send me a DM.
We know he's from South Hill, or the Washington greater area, because look at his Yelp. He's made reviews of companies. He's posted all sorts of stuff. Look at this. It's him and his wife right there.
Here's some cryptography.
Damn, he's looking big too. Let's read this. Exploits disabled people and physically assaults them for repeated business. Patrick, the sales rep, tripped over a carpet on purpose on his original visit and pretended I assaulted him. Demanded cash and a check, and then their project manager broke into my house that night. Oh man, come on.
You guys broke into my house and threatened to murder my son if I didn't give you business.
What's this? Green Solution. Cannabis clinic. Ooh.
As you're requested, I met a human.
Let's face it, there are shops on every corner carrying the same meds, so why shop at your local drug dealer turned pot shop? You can come here and be treated like family. That's right. He'll probably prescribe that by his doctor to help him deal with his meltdowns and all that.
I volunteered to be hunted. Some God stabilizer from Genetic Protocol. And I want you to think about Nikola Tesla.
Here's some facts about him. He's been diagnosed with autism, savant syndrome, Asperger's, OCD.
Look what I spy with my little eye. Block watch. Somebody asked me if I'm autistic. Autism.
He lives in South Hill, Washington. There is a crisis in foster care system with an abundance of kids and nowhere to safely place them. You see it.
Children with inferior genetics. Exploited children.
He has worked in foster care system.
Kill me. Or my son.
Look at this. This is taken straight from his Twitter. That's him currently. And this guy lost weight.
I've done it with French toast. When you stop eating...
This guy is making gains. Making progress. In the bottom right, that used to be him. Look at that. Oh my god.
An oyster.
Now who is this Josh guy keeps talking about? Blowing himself up.
Somebody asked me why my friend Josh blew himself up with his 2 children. He blew himself up with a gas can? Somebody asked what happened to my friend Josh. Here's my gas can. My brother Josh blew himself up. And his 2 kids?
This is a sad story, but the Josh that he's talking about is Josh Powell, not Josh Cabello. It's a whole story in itself, man.
You know, my friend Josh, he blew himself up. He said, Martin, I got a gas can. And I was at work. I didn't think anything of it. And on my way home, he killed himself.
I'm not gonna spoil it. Google that for yourself. This is a giant conspiracy theory. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. This guy Martin recently got swatted on IG Live. That's right. And he disclosed some information about himself. Let's check it out.
I've been evaluated many times. People have been out many times. I don't have any anger issues, but one of the last people I talked to when I was in court, and they said, the best things you can do is to desensitize yourself to situations, is to repeatedly talk about it.
When was the last time you had contact with your mom?
She called me a few months ago, and I blocked. I don't know how she got my number unblocked, but I have no contact with. I haven't no conversations, no. I don't respond. I block it because I don't want any troubles with my mother whatsoever. My mom did insurance fraud against me, so we went to court in Pierce County. They advised us to have no contact with her. We had a legal order. Well, when you guys come out, you guys have come out previously. They're like, I have a history with some of you guys. We won't name names, but they're like, give us a shout out on my feed. You guys ask, hey guys, how's it going?
If I ask you to turn it off right now, will you turn it off?
No, this is what I've been asked to do because of my.
So what I'm telling you is what
You're saying I shouldn't be doing this, but I've been okay.
Because why?
Because you think it makes a liability for everybody. I'm going to explain to you.
No.
I got a prescription. I got this is part of my stimming. I have autism. It's part of how I deal with my overload to make sure somebody doesn't say I've been accused of because autism, you have meltdowns. I've been accused of having meltdowns when no meltdowns ever occurred. Mm-hmm. So part of the judges in Pierce County, you can check, part of the judges and the counselor's thing was record everything, stream it. Well, I know you might not, but I have been accused. I've been to court. We've had a lot of things of people pretending that I had a meltdown. His behavioral therapy did not work. He had a meltdown and he lashed out, and that's why these things are happening. I know. So, but when I understand what you're saying. But when I'm not doing this, I'm always accused of having a meltdown. No mental health issues. I'm not a threat to my wife. I'm not a threat to the community. Yada yada. He has autism. Sometimes he has meltdowns.
So in this video, the IG live video, he mentioned that he has autism and he's experienced meltdowns in the past, and he just basically uses social media to help deal with the meltdowns. Look at this. The public often finds it hard to tell autism meltdowns and temper tantrums apart. What is a meltdown? A meltdown is an intense response to overwhelming situation. It happens when someone becomes completely overwhelmed by their current situation and loses control. The loss of control can be expressed verbally, shouting, screaming, crying, or physically, lashing out, anticipating a meltdown. Like you guys can read this for yourself, man. Look at this, communication difficulty. They can find it hard or difficult to express their needs and wants. This can result in overwhelming feelings such as anger, frustration, leading to a meltdown.
What do autistic people do?
Here's another study right here. Many individuals with autism desire friendships, but struggle with face-to-face interactions that require them to read body language and facial cues, understand jokes, irony, and sarcasm to respond quickly, verbally, and appropriately in real time. Online communication diminishes the need for many of these social skills and reduces the social anxiety of people with autism, right? So that's exactly the only reason why he uses social media, because he has autism. And we're not making fun of that, but that's the only reason why he's on social media, to help deal with his autism.
Today we're going to talk about the Dunning-Kruger effect.
We have another one right here. Using social media can reduce feelings of isolation and increase a sense of community. What's this? Access to support groups, connection to others with shared interests, and opportunities to practice interactions to improve real-life communication skills. You see it, yeah.
Hebrews.
Now look at this. There's a post on Reddit right here. Somebody mentioned that his wife's parents would pay for their dates and something about meeting her at the Air Force. Another fact is that his wife may seem timid and scared because she is likely autistic too.
Hello. Somebody asked how me and my wife met. I did some work for the Air Force, and I always saw my wife when I was doing things for her. If you tell them how we first kissed, babe?
No.
She pushed me up against the wall. I had a meltdown. The night was over.
She wears Erlen tinted lenses, which are most commonly worn by people with ASD, which affects about 46% of ASD people, that's autistic people, and 33% of ADHD people, and 10 to 12% of the normal population.
Until we became one.
When someone is sensitive, things that a normal person wouldn't notice out of the ordinary may be very overwhelming to someone else. Ultimately, folks with autism are at risk of a sensory overload triggered meltdown.
I swear to God on my life. And her mom told her dad, and her dad sat me down and was like, look, my daughter has fallen in love with you, and when her heart hurts, my heart hurts, so you're going to have to let her touch you. But they set up little play dates for us, and if I didn't have any meltdowns, they'd give us money to go buy nachos and things like that. The secret to a good marriage: keeping an eye out for low-life military scum. Cleaning the toilet for my wife. This post is the shit.
Martin said there's plenty of information about him on the dark web. Maybe if you solve some of my puzzles, you can find them.
Some cryptography part 2.
Basic introductory to cryptography.
You heard him say he's been to court. Look at this. Bunch of criminal and civil cases. There have been domestic abuse multiple times against him and his current wife. A child support case from back in 2000. What's that other one? Heather Joy Cabello. You see it. His current wife. They must have hurt her. Here's another one. Darren. What's that? Akari. Josephina Akari. So what, a sister? Back in, look at that. Back in 2000. Damn.
Mom's name?
Josie Akiri.
Can you spell the last name?
Acuri.
First name?
Josie. Josie.
You see it. This is all public information. Martin III Cabello versus Monica's Joe Harvey. Domestic violence protection. All this cryptic talk. Cryptology. Scientology. All that stuff he talks about. It's all dropping hints to a larger, more bigger picture. My theory is that Martin is behind Cicada 3301. That's right, you heard me.